Chris Mutek, your lifestyle coordinator here at The Overture in Virginia Beach. Today, I'll be talking about the Swedish innovation and the story of the place we all love to shop at, IKEA. So it all begins with Sweden boasting a reputation as the birthplace of a long list of successful companies with global reach. The country owes its international corporate vitality to its progressive culture, avant-garde approaches to business and industry, and digitally and connected economy. Among these high-profile companies are IKEA and Hennessy and Moritz AB, better known as H&M. H&M is a forward-thinking multinational clothing retailer opening more than 4,500 stores in 62 countries. IKEA is the world's largest seller of furniture, so the company operates more than 400 stores worldwide and specializes in moderately priced goods designed for in-home assembly. Its furniture is sold whenever possible in IKEA's revolutionary flat pack, which was introduced in 1956 to reduce costs and cut prices. But the company's innovations go beyond bookshelves, sofas, and the shipping boxes in which they're packed. IKEA's ingenuity is widely considered unmatched, and it can be traced back directly to the enterprising young pioneer who founded the company in 1943. So let's go back. It all began in the early 1930s in southern Sweden with a young boy named Ingvar Kamprad, who knew by the tender age of 5 that he was destined to be a businessman. So it was then that he began selling matches to neighboring farmers in the village of Agunnard. A precocious trader, he soon learned he could buy the matches from Stockholm in bulk at reduced prices and offer his customers a good deal while still making a profit. This was the genesis of a business model that carried him far into the future and would ultimately become the cornerstone of IKEA's operating principle of affordable merchandise. By the time he was 10, Kamprad had expanded his territory, using his bicycle, and was selling a wider variety of goods, including flower seeds, pencils, ballpoint pens, greeting cards, and Christmas decorations, and even fish. So in 1943, when Kamprad was 17, his father rewarded his academic achievement by giving him a cash gift. Kamprad used the money to found his company, naming it with his own initials, plus the first letters of the place in which he was raised, which was in Elmtard in Agunnard. IKEA was now born. In its dawn, IKEA offered what Kamprad known best, which was small-scale merchandise, such as lighters and pens. But 5 years later, expansion began with the sale of furniture, and in 1951, the company's first catalog was published. 2 years later, Kamprad opened an IKEA showroom in the Swedish town of Älmhult, where customers browsed displays and placed orders. In 1958, the first retail stores opened its doors in the same town. Now, let's get into IKEA's ingenious designs. The concepts of the flat packing and do-it-yourself assembly changed IKEA's furniture design. Even before the first retail stores opened, the inspiration was sparked in 1956 when IKEA designer Gillis Lundgren resolved a concern about transporting a loved table by car. So he removed the legs of the table to allow a better fit and reduce the risk of damage using transit. So the concept of designing self-assembled furniture and selling it in a flat packaging was born. How did IKEA utilize the savings garnered by outsourcing the assemble to the end customer? The company chose to offer a more affordable product than those of its competitors. It wasn't long before Kamprad's competitors reacted by pressuring suppliers in Sweden to boycott IKEA. But IKEA responded assuming its own design work and contracting with suppliers in Denmark and Poland. Ultimately, the company formed its own manufacturing subsidiary, Swedswood, to produce wood-based furniture and wooden components. As self-assembly furniture design and flat packaging became the dominating operating at IKEA. Revolutionizing shop design was the next logical step. The company moved to warehouse-style stores and locations on the outskirts of towns. Shoppers at here stores would move through a designated route around showroom. The route was designated to lead them past the entire collection before they made their purchasing decisions, and the merchandise could then be collected from the warehouse and loaded into the customer vehicles for transport home. By 1963, IKEA has expanded the international scene when its first store in Norway opened in Oslo. A decade later, IKEA grew beyond Scandinavia, establishing stores in Switzerland. From the international popularity snowballed with the opening of numerous stores in Europe, Australia, Canada, China, the United States, and Japan. Today, the company is headquartered in the Netherlands. It does about $45 billion in retail sales annually and introduces approximately 2,500 new products to customers each year. The innovation for which IKEA is famous may have started in 1956 with its flat-pack furniture revolution, but it continues today with no end in sight. From a room in a cube to a research lab that explores the potential for sustainable solutions, IKEA remains on the cutting edge of progressive approaches to business and industry. Using the principle of democratic design, the company employs a kind of reverse design approach to developing products by setting a price first and then working from there to create functional, attractive, high-quality items from sustainable materials. This innovative methodology is a natural byproduct of the company's culture, which is based on the values of simplicity, conservation, teamwork, common sense, and embracing tough challenges. IKEA's vision is to create a better everyday life for many people. The company achieves this vision through its unique brand of innovation. And that is our history on IKEA.